What is up, everybody? This is the Wild Nutrition Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Heskett, and this is episode 78. We have another Unapologetic Friday, so if this is your first one, just know that it's raw, unfiltered, and today I'm very sleep deprived. So we're going to put 15 minutes on the clock. If you don't want to hear a bunch of cursing and you have like a bunch of kids in your car right now, maybe go back to Monday's episode instead. Though all episodes are always explicit because I just curse as a sailor as usual. Anyways, we're going to get things started. 15 minutes out on the clock. Like I said, I am very sleep deprived. I got like 3 hours of sleep last night because of the kiddos. And I know I said something on Monday's episode about what I was going to do today, and I have no idea what it was. But today's episode is about the 3 hours of sleep I got. So, one, it fucking sucks. I am so fucking tired. I'm recording this at 10:30 at night. So I'm recording this and then I'm going to go to bed. So with that being said, chasing the best program is just stupid. And the reason that I'm saying that is I'm tying it into the 3 hour sleep thing, because a lot of time everyone gets caught up in chasing what is the best. And if I can't do the best, why bother at all? Because we view things like a light switch. We either get results or we don't get results. When in reality, everything exists on kind of like a continuum of, yes, the optimal program is going to give you the best, fastest results. However, not doing anything gives you literally zero results. But doing something gives you some results. And it's a continuum. So doing a little gives you a little results. Doing a little bit more gives you a little bit more results until you get to like the optimal level, which is debatable. So when you're seeing these like biohackers out there and the optimal bros talking about different diets, different protocols, lifestyle things, morning routines, workout programs, this stuff's changed so much. In fact, my own training has changed a ton, including this. So, like when we're talking like optimal training, it really depends on your goal for one. And that's an issue of people think like, is it HIIT? Is it training to failure? Which is what I generally do because I'm, my background's more bodybuilding and I want to put on some size I've lost over the past like 2 years of running the business. Is it more powerlifting style where you're trying to increase volume over time? Is it going to be just like total bodies? For example, it used to be that total body was like the best thing for natural people, not using any drugs to build muscle. And now it's changed to no, like you can do a bodybuilding split of like chest day, back day, arm day, leg day, etc. as long as you train everything to failure and do 6 to 12 sets. Back, before that, it was like, a minimum I would do like 12 to 16 sets per muscle group. Now it's like 6 to 8. So things have changed as research comes out. So one, chasing optimal and waiting to be like, oh, I'm not going to do anything until I can do the optimal program. That's up for debate for one. And that's going to change. Welcome to, trying to understand more and more about the human body. And it depends on your goal too. What's optimal for muscle growth is going to be different, which is optimal for strength, which is going to be different than someone training for a marathon. And that's why a lot of times need to hire an expert when you actually get like solid goals. If you're just training for like to be healthy, build a little bit of muscle, tone up a little bit, build a little bit of strength, like the basic stuff will get you amazing results. But when you have like a very specific goal and you're ready to take things to the next level, like there's a lot more nuance. Like those would be entire like hour-long episodes here on the podcast, not these little 15-minute clips here for Unapologetic Fridays. But again, the reason saying that is doing something. Right now, I am getting very, very disturbed sleep. I'm not getting optimal training. In fact, yesterday was the first time I trained back in my like actual like garage gym. I've been just training like in the basement with like kettlebells, clubs, and maces. Like yesterday was the first time in like 6, maybe 7 weeks that I actually got in. I guess it's 7 weeks. Got into the garage and did a workout. Things just aren't working out late. It's much easier. Like I don't really have to do any warm up. Don't have to change. Sorry, I'm tired. Don't have to change weights around or anything to get a quick workout in with clubs and maces and my 55-pound kettlebell. Like I just grab it, do a quick 20 to 40-minute workout, call it a day. And that's what I've been doing. It's what I have time for. It's what I have energy for and the capacity for it. And then I get disturbed sleep. I feel like crap. I need to take a nap most days. That's just reality of right now. So doing like the optimal program, I can't do because I can't recover from it with my sleep. I have a bunch of cravings. My hunger cues are all skewed up because of my sleep. Yeah, there's things going on. So a lot of people would just skip altogether though. I'm still getting it done as needed. Tonight I did not. Last night was like one of the worst nights of sleep. Like usually we're getting like 6-ish hours, 5 at the worst for sleep. Last night, literally my wife, I think got an hour and a half of sleep. I got 3. It was fucking rough. So I didn't work out today. I'm really sore from yesterday's workout, which was like the first time doing pull-ups in 7 weeks. So I'm feeling those a little bit. But again, just going back to the point, just do what the fuck you can and adjust. A lot of times we'll look at a plan, and I've been guilty of this in the past. We'll look at a plan and be like, oh, I can't do it exactly as it's laid out, so I'm just not going to do it at all, or I'm going to put it off to the next day. But reality is like, you're not going to be able to do it for a week or a few weeks, and you put it off, and then you're like, oh, it's so hard to get back on the plan. Just get the fuck back on the plan. Like, just modify things, change things up, do what you can when you can. That is the most important thing. Do not give up. Do not, you just need to adjust to what life is throwing at you. And that's why I do like for people who are in home gyms, like steel clubs, steel maces, there's a big skill gap. There's a lot of technique involved in them. They're not like Olympic lifts, but there's a lot of skill in using some of them for the higher level stuff. But once you have it down, they're amazing tools to have in like a home gym because you can get a really quick workout in. Just like grab them, go, done. Is it the best workout ever? Probably not. Is it a good workout? It's a hell of a lot better than not doing anything at all. I can tell you right now, my grip strength's definitely gone up from swinging around 35 and 25-pound clubs all the time. So stop chasing optimal. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Just start working on your goal. Like if your goal is important to you, start taking action steps to it. And when I mean action steps, that's not the quote unquote doing my research, which nobody does their research. They're like, I'm gathering research. And it's like one Google search you do once per week. Like, come on. Actual like doing your research is like going to PubMed, pulling up that stuff, which is boring as fuck to read. I get it. I read it. I know it's boring. It really is. But it's important if you really want to see what the data is showing. But take actual action steps to it. Oh, I don't know. Like, I just need to get back on my diet. So start meal prepping. Start making sure you're eating protein at each meal. Start eating a veggie at each meal. Like, it doesn't need to be perfect. That's the whole point. Just like start taking action steps. I don't have the energy to work out. So start going for walks instead of working out. The time you would go, you have planned out like, I just don't have the energy. Like 6 p.m. every night would be perfect. So go for a fucking walk. Just go for a walk during that time. Go do yoga. Go do something that works on your health at that time. That's what you should be doing. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just take action steps. Now, there's going to be 2 kinds of people. There's going to be the kind of people that you're like me. You're the permanent researcher. You're always in research mode. You're in information gatherer mode. The message I just said is very important for you. So if you're always trying to gather information, guess what? There's always going to be more information you can gather. If we like Google, like I'll do it right now. But I don't know if it actually pops up. So let's go to google.com, not maps, Google. Give me a second. I'm doing it on my phone. .com, and now it wants to autofill. I don't want that. Okay, so we're gonna go fat loss diet search. Does it give us total results? It used to. It used to say total results. You know what? It's not. On your phone, it doesn't say. I guess if I pull it up on my computer, it would. But it's probably like a billion results. It's definitely in the millions. Because that was like last time I've given this example. It's in the millions. So you get, let's just say 1 million results. Like, you're not going through a million things. You need like 2. And that's, same thing with like listening to this podcast. If you listen to my podcast every single week and you're not taking any action, why the fuck not? Do something. Just do something. So if you're the information gatherer, you probably have good information. You can probably make smart decisions. Start now. Like, literally turn this podcast off. The rest of the episode probably doesn't matter that much. Just start now. That's the takeaway for you. Just start now. Now, if you're the quick start person, you're more like my old boss, where almost just gets an idea and go. Okay. Sometimes you need to like pull back because your ideas are kind of dumb. They might make sense, but then when you look at reality and look at what the data says, the idea is dumb. So you need to do a little bit of research first, but that should be your first step. If you're a quick start, like I need to go now, like, okay, let's look it up. Let's make a smart plan first and then go. But that's like your first action step. It's like, hey, like maybe like Google and make sure what you're doing is actually smart. So you don't burn yourself out trying to reach a goal on a plan that will never get you to your goal. You're like, I'm going to do this. I want to start working out. So I'm going to do so I'm going to throw my old boss under the bus. When there was a time where, despite being a gym owner, he didn't work out a bunch due to some stuff on the personal side. And then just like the business, there's a lot going on. So by the time he got a break, he didn't want to work out. And then what some people don't realize is when you're in this industry, you get burnt out. Just like your job. Like, do you want to talk about your job 24/7? Probably not. So even though, I love what I do, a lot of times when you go and break, the last thing you want to do is like talk about work. Like, and it's challenging to get away from it because when you go to holidays, family get-togethers, a lot of people want to talk about this because it's their hobby, and you're like, I don't want to fucking talk. Like, they're like, oh, you're a coach. What do you like? I don't want to talk about this. I'm off. Anyways, the point being, you would be like, okay, I'm going to go do 10 sets of 10 on deadlift or squat or bench. It's like, just overdo it. Went from like 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. Like, what, dude? That is not smart at all. And so if you're that kind of person, like, maybe think about things a little bit more, but that's that do something. Like, before you just jump into something, like you're probably the type of person, if you're that quick start person, of you're going to jump into keto, you're going to jump into doing like a 72-hour water fast or just something ridiculous like that. Don't fucking do those things. They're just going to end up with you getting burnt out. So anyways, that's probably going to be today's episode. So point is just do something. Take action towards your goals. It does not have to be perfect. It can be super, super small, but start moving forward because you're going to be further ahead than everyone else who just waits around for the perfect time, which doesn't exist. So take action towards your goals. Do something. It can be super small. And speaking of doing something, down the show notes, you're going to see a whole bunch of stuff down there. So if you need the do something stuff, we have our 12-week Rucking guide down there. Again, if you're looking to get some walks in and stuff for your workouts, there you go. 5-day faster fat loss course where I teach you exactly how I put programs together, both nutrition, fitness, and more. That's going to be down there as well. So no matter what, you guys will be getting a whole bunch of stuff. There's also tons of, we got 1 minute left. I'm ending this thing on the dot because I'm fucking exhausted. We got the Facebook group as well, where there's a bunch of free stuff. So make sure you check that out as well if you're not part of that. But that's going to be the stuff down below. And as always, if you're not following me on Instagram or TikTok, make sure to follow me over there as well, Chris_PWC, because there's going to be a whole bunch of information coming out at least Monday through Friday where I do my post. So shorter form content, and it's good to mix. So last thing for taking action, regardless whether you are a quick start person or not, short form content can be a great way to educate yourself on subjects or learn where you need to deep dive into subjects. So that's where start changing your social media to be more educational towards your goals. If you, for example, gardening and hunting are things I want to learn more of. They're major hobbies, but they're hobbies. They're not my career. Guess what? Outside of like fitness and stuff, guess what? A lot of the followers I have are, or not followers, people I follow, they do those things. So I can learn from them. If you're like watching like celebrities and stuff and it's not helping your goals, unfollow those people. Start following people that help you. So, not to toot my own horn, but if it's fitness and nutrition, maybe give me a follow. If it is something else, go give them a follow. Start changing your social media to actually like improving your life rather than just being a total waste of time, or a toxic hellhole that just stresses you out, which is what most people have. So that's it today, guys. Happy fucking Friday. Go kill out there this weekend.